Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Today we're going to be discussing some of the basic terminal commands for Linux. When I mean basic, I'm talking the bare minimums. How to navigate your directory, how to create folders in a directory, and how to create and edit documents in a directory. If you are an experienced terminal user, please feel free. I encourage you to help others learn. And if there's a favorite command that you love the most and for terminal navigation or terminal management, please feel free. Leave it down in the comment section down below so that way we can all teach someone something. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the first one I want to show you, it is if you ever get lost in exactly where you're at, this is what you need to use. It's called the PWD, or Print Working Directory. What that means is it tells you exactly where you are at in the directory file system for a Linux computer. The reason why this is beneficial is because if you are going through and you are pen testing or you are doing a hack the box and you're trying to figure out where exactly you're at and you don't quite know anymore or you don't know how you got there, you get Print Working Directory, because you may not have this right here whenever you have a command line from a exploit that you ran. It may just be something blank where you have nothing, you have no idea where you're at. So this is where this is very beneficial. Alright, the next one I want to show you is going to be make directory. So to make a directory or a file, you go mkdir and then the name of the file. So what this did is now it created a folder. Now you're wondering, how do I see said folder, right? There's also a new command called ls. I shouldn't say new, it's new for new people. Called ls, and it's called list, and it tells you everything that is in that file system. Now if we go here to la/h, where is it? There we go. That's what I was trying to find. So if you type in ls:/h, it pulls up the manual page for the ls command. So it tells you all the flags that are for the command ls. So if you see right here, ls-a or ls-all, it will pull up everything. To include files and documents that start with a period. So, if you have a terminal or a terminal that you can go around, and please, I highly encourage you to go in and any file system that you go into or that you have access to, please look up the ls-help, or in some cases it's ls-h. Where the point I'm trying to make is the -h or the --help. That's where you're going to get your manual page for a lot of your commands. You can also, I believe, let's see if it does it here. Nope. So man, sometimes with some tools or some commands, the man page or manual page will pop up something similar. Alright, so moving on. Now we have, let's go ahead. So if there's too much stuff on your terminal that you just want to kind of get rid of all of it because you don't need it anymore, if you type in clear, it gets rid of everything. It's pretty self-explanatory. So we're going to go back to ls. We got test in there. So again, we're going to go cd or change directory. This allows you to change the directory that you're going to by either, if you do cd and then decimal or dot dot, it allows you to go up one level to the previous file level. So in this case, we went back to desktop. We're going to go back to terminal, and live there for a second. All right. Another thing you could do is you go cd and say the first few characters of the file that you're trying to get into, but it's a really long file, but it's unique, right? If you just hit tab, it will auto complete it for you, as you saw right there. Say enter, and now you're there. So now we are in the brand new test directory that we made. Let's actually put something in there and show you what we can do. So there's a command called touch. Touch, all that is it creates a document. That's all it's there for. It creates a document with whatever name and file type that you label it as. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a file called test.txt or text file. Alright. Again, if you go ls again, you now have the test.txt. So you're wondering, or you may be wondering, how can I put stuff in there? Because there's no, as far as we know, it's just a blank document that says test.txt. All right. To see what is in a text file or within a file itself, if you type in the command nano, or I'm sorry, my apologies, it is not nano, it is cat. If you type in cat and then the file name, it will print it out on a screen. But there's nothing in that file, so there's nothing that's going to pop up on the screen. So if we go in and let's put something into that file. So now we're going to use nano test.txt. Now we're in the text editor for terminal. This allows me to type whatever I want. This is a test document. That command to cd. So what we're just typed out something very basic, very simple, just to demonstrate some of the stuff that you can do with this. So now, if you look down here at the bottom, see all these different commands that you can see, right? What do they do? And how do you get it to work? So this little caret right here, if you see the caret, that means control, the physical keyboard button control. So we want to save this because right now if we exit out, nothing's going to happen. What we all did and everything is gone. Alright. So what we need to do is hit Control O. And now if you look down, it says file name, write to. And we want to leave it as test.txt. And then we're going to hit enter. So now it has saved it. All the work we just did. So if you're actually trying to write a Python or a Ruby command or script document, this is how you do it. This is one way of doing it. There's many other ways, and there's plenty of YouTubers out there that have videos out there now. I'll get to them eventually, but for right now, this is what we're going to use is the standard terminal text. So now to exit out, we use the Control O to write out. So now we're going to go Control X to exit, and now we're back in our terminal. So again, if you go ls, it is still there. So we're going to go cat test.txt. I said this is a test document. Use the cat command to see me, and this is great to where if you're again trying to pen test or do a hack the box or try to hack me or you're doing a CTF challenge, you may not have access to nano it or anything like that, but what you could do is cat the document and you can see what is actually in there if you can't necessarily open it. Alrighty, so now to kind of recap right quick because we've been going for about 10 minutes now-ish. We're going to do a quick recap. So we have ls, we have which will list anything that's in the current file or directory that you're in. You have cd to change directory. You have touch to create documents. You have cat to show what is in that document. You have nano to edit it. We also have the Mkdir, which is the make directory to create folders. Which is this. I don't believe I showed you that. I'm going to go make Mkdir test 2. So now command took, so we go ls again. There it is, test 2. The one thing to note here is if you notice you got the file system or the file that's kind of like in that lowercase, not bolded out green text, and then you have this bluish tint or bluish color text where it says test2. This says that this is another directory. Oh god. This is another directory right here. This is a file. That's one way to know what exactly you're looking at inside of a file system. Alright. Alrighty, so the next thing we'll show you is another cool thing about cat. Say if there is a file that you may not be able to see like with nano or edit with nano, right? But it also won't let you cat to see it. You might be able to have a way to bypass that by having it cat into another file. So here's what I'm talking about. So we're gonna go ls, right? We have our test.txt, which it has that verbiage in there, right? But say if we can't do that, if this did not work, this did not show up and we get an error of some sort, right? There's a way to try and get by that, and that is to do cat test.txt greater than symbol, which what it does is it points the output of that to whatever follows afterwards, right? So let's go to let's go test2.txt. Let's see if that works. And we're going to go to ls. And now we have two text documents. We have test and test2. So let's see what does the test2 show us. And look at that. We copied and pasted it. And in this case, I have the right to use the cat command because this is my own machine. But you may not have it being a lower level or lower privileged account whenever you're trying to do penetration testing or hack the box or try a hack me or CTF challenge. Alright, this is a great way to try and bypass it. It may not always work, but it's always a great way to test it out and see if it works. So another thing I want to show you is called piping, which is this symbol right here. It's that symbol to where if you hold shift and hit the key right above the enter key, this is what shows up, right? And what this does is it allows you to chain commands together, right? So let's see. Let's go ahead and we're gonna go rm, which is remove. We're gonna do test to text, right? Rm means remove. It deleted our file system or that file that we labeled. It's gone. All right. So let's go back and now we have the cat to print out what we have in the test.txt file, but print the output into test2.txt. Say we want to see what is in there. We go cat test2. Let's see if this actually works. That's interesting. That should have worked. Any of the other pen testers that actually, or Kali Linux or Linux users, please feel free to put down in the comments on why I jacked that up. Why did that not work? I'm gonna do some research to try to find out myself. But theoretically, what that does is allows you to chain commands together. It should have done this, which should have printed that out instead of me having to do the ls and then make sure the file was still there and then me to run another cat command. So Not entirely sure what happened with that. But anyways, so we're gonna go and clean up our file system because this is now the end of the very basics, right? So we've learned the cd command where we can go cd decimal decimal and come back up to the terminal folder and have that. There's a cd test, which allows you to go to the very specific file that you have labeled. There's the make directory command. There's the remove command. So let's go rm and then we're gonna go test.txt. Now one thing to notice is with the remove command, it will not let you remove directories. There's a very specific command for that. And so that is rm dir. Of course, I've not finished writing that out, so rm dir test. If you notice, our test .text document is gone and the test folder system is gone. So now let's go ahead, finish cleaning up. Now there's nothing there, just double check. There's absolutely nothing there. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna go cd, go back up one level, go here, and rmdir test. Again, remember terminal is case sensitive. If you are sitting there realizing that stuff's not working, and you can't figure out why, make sure you're doing proper case management. There's been numerous times where I've been trying to get into a directory and didn't realize that the first letter is capitalized. It's very specific. So learn that lesson early. Alright, but that is it that I'm going to show you for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video and you find it helpful, please feel free to leave a like and consider subscribing. If you have anything to add on to the command or any other future ideas for videos, please also leave a comment down below and let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.